Hey there, thanks for stopping by. I'm Robert from Master Guitar Academy. If you're new to my channel and you're interested in blues and rock lessons and you want to grow as a player, please hit subscribe and click that bell icon as well so you don't miss anything. So, a few weeks back, I posted a video about using a pentatonic 4-note pattern to create these cool cascading sounding licks. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. I call these sequence patterns. Sequence patterns like these are nice tools to use sometimes, and a great exercise too for finger coordination and getting more out of the pentatonic scale. Now, one question that came up was, how do you use that in the context of a solo? I mean, we don't want to play long repetitive exercises in a solo, right? Of course not. So, let me show you how you can use this 4-note cascading pattern as a tool to create ideas for a solo. I'm going to play 3 licks over an E minor jam track. The first lick has the descending version of the pattern using the E minor pentatonic. And we play the pattern with even 16th notes. Then, directly after, I tie it in with a different lick that creates a really nice contrast to the first one. The second lick is not using a pattern, it's using 8th note triplets. And this makes it sound like I'm playing one longer lick with lots of variations. However, in reality, I'm just connecting 2 different licks that have different rhythmic structure and different melodic design. The first one is based on a pattern, and the second one is based on common blues phrasing ideas using triplets. The third lick is again using the 4-note repetitive pattern, but this time I'm playing it ascending, and I'm ending it in a musical way with a nice bluesy sounding bending idea to kind of bring it home, so to speak. So overall, I hope this will help you see how you can use exercises and sequence patterns for real lead guitar playing, while still making it sound musical and tasty. My advice is to not overuse a pattern or play it too frequently to avoid sounding like you're playing exercises. The thing is, if you have a vocabulary of many different patterns that you can draw upon, you can mix them into your playing and have a lot of variations to choose from when coming up with phrases and licks. You should also mix things up when it comes to note values and note displacements. For example, you can start a pattern an 8th note later than you would normally do, or maybe start it a 16th note earlier, or maybe try the pattern with triplets for a whole different feel, and so on. Try looking for ideas that create a sense of contrast to a pattern. The more patterns you know, the more you can mix them up, and this makes your playing sound less like exercises and more like creative phrasing. Now, I really hope this helps you out in some way. Please let me know if it does. By the way, I learned a lot about these things from Oz Noy, a fabulous guitarist from New York City. Check him out if you haven't heard him. Now, I'm going to break down these licks for you in detail. But first, if you are a YouTube channel member here, go to the Community tab to get the tablature and jam track for this lesson. If you're not yet a member, click the Join button to get access. Or join my website where I have much more material, including Sound Slice, which is interactive tab with the video and tablature synced together. With Sound Slice, you can also slow down and loop any section you want. It's so easy to use. Now I'm going to break down these licks for you in detail. Alright, so here's the first lick. So the first note is a pickup note, and then we hit this note and bend it a whole step into the note E. Add some grease, and then we play this pattern. And then that's the 4-note pattern I talked about earlier in a previous lesson. 4 notes down, go up to the second one you played, and do 4 from there. Then you get this. And you can continue, of course, if you wanted to do something else. And so on. I explained that in the video that I've linked to in the YouTube description. So let's do it one more time. Now, instead of picking each note, you can also use pull-offs. I often do that myself. Then it sounds like this. And that is lick number 1. And here is lick number 2. Now, this is a triplet lick, and because of that, we get a nice contrast to the first lick, which is pattern-based. Lick number 2 sounds like this. So, slower. All right, so we're going to start out with this typical Chuck Berry type of thing that we hear in a lot of blues licks. You do recognize that, right? So we're playing on the G, B, and E strings, and we start with a whole step bend. And then we use the index finger, like that. And then we continue with so half step bend, come back, half step bend, one more time. And that's the whole lick. Now, for the third lick, we're going to reuse that 4-note pattern again, this time ascending. Then it sounds like this. And you can play it with hammer-ons if you prefer. So the 4-note pattern, 4 notes, go back to the second one you played and play 4 from there. One more time. But here we bend the whole step and play with the pinky and then back to whole step bend. And then we're done. Then we just start over. Alright, thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned something. Add a comment and let me know your thoughts. Don't forget, members of this YouTube channel have access to tablature and jam track under the community tab. If you're not a member yet, just click that join button or visit my website. Remember to subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon too, so you don't miss my next video. And by the way, please let me know which topics you enjoy the most from me. I really do appreciate hearing from you. So, practice well, my friends, and I'll see you next time.